So, I don't know about your middle school experience, but I think me and my friends deserve jail time for what we did. It all started when the 5th grade class founded a city during recess. Anyways, let's take a trip all the way back to the spring of 2015. The cereal gang was in the 6th grade, and we were living life. Zach had become a school-wide hero for introducing hand sanitizer balloons to the soccer team. Andrew was essentially head editor of our school's morning show, and I was making bank smuggling Happy Meals in the school. But under us, there were some issues. See, our 5th grade class, to an extent, had alienated one of their own, Tony Ween. Before I move on, I gotta talk about what the pit was. It was this perfectly rectangular piece of land, about 20 or 30 feet deep, that had probably been there since the Jurassic period. Hell, I don't know, but for a long time, it was really just a bunch of grass. And then one weekend, we came back to school, and there it was, a massive pile of trash. It looked like someone just decided to drop their shit there. I mean, kids were finding everything. Cigarettes, gasoline, tetanus, my grandma's old couch. It was basically a massive Lego set. And that kid I was talking about, yeah, him, he built a city out of it. While me and my friends were committing wartime atrocities on ant piles and debating whose Minecraft world had more clout, Tony would put his imaginary friends to work, laying the foundations for his future town. This kid was nothing short of a genius because by the first week, there was already a wall and a house. I'm not talking kindergartners messing with rocks, no. This stuff required at least college-level calculus to figure out. At this point, the rest of the 5th graders began to move in, praising Tony like he was their god. Teachers were parading them around and having them show their stick and rock creations like they had just cured cancer. Within a month, they had built a bustling town, but the period of peace was about to come to a sudden end. None other than Zach had his eyes on the pit, so one day during recess, he set up shop in the garden area and started running around with a water bottle, watering what he thought was his weed farm. This wasn't much of a problem to the 5th graders until soon Zach got ballsy. So only a day after Zach settled the weed farm, he ran to the other side of the pit and knocked over one of the kids' houses just to be an ass, I guess. A day after Zach's attack, Tony Ween and his 5th graders essentially declared war on the entire 6th grade. The next few days, tensions would fly. Eventually, me and Andrew got curious of Zach and his new 5th grader adversaries, and being part of the morning show program, we decided to investigate. Now, let me tell you, these guys did a pocket search, making sure we weren't gonna blow up the community hall. We were led into their country like American journalists escorted through North Korea. Andrew was texting his last will and testament to his mom. Poor guy didn't think he was gonna make it out. I was already looking for possible escape routes if shit hit the fan. They showed us their town and brought us to one of the bigger houses, and out climbed Jackson, Zach's younger brother, wearing a cape made of moss. But more importantly, that day, a kid had shadowed from another school to see if he would like to transfer. And I assure you guys, he still remembers what went down to this day. These 5th graders, they didn't greet him, they didn't even make fun of him. No, they enslaved him. They were making him build up their wall and were whipping him with these long grass roots when he started to tire out. Just wearing a Minion t-shirt and camo crocs, doesn't know what the hell is going on and why his new friends are forcing him to do heavy labor. Kid probably thought his mom had sold him into some insane cult. The week that followed saw most of the 6th grade mobilize, as well as the 5th graders do training runs for a possible defense of rocks and boxing. Andrew was a scout and he reported any developments in the pit. I produced weapons for the war effort, and Zach was just going apeshit trying to fend off the 5th graders from his weed farm. Now, I don't know if the 5th graders truly wanted to get violent, but me and my 6th grade pals sure did. And so on the big day, we gathered soccer balls, volleyballs, basketballs, and took position at the top of the pit. As we launched the first wave of ball bombardments on the city, I saw Zach on the other side staring at us with pure awe as his old pals came to save him. The balls knocked over building after building and the 5th graders were ducking for cover. It was like something you'd see in Dunkirk. At this point, you couldn't even see 10 feet ahead with all the dust in the air. The 5th graders started throwing balls back, most of which didn't even hit anyone because of how high we were. That said, our one friend, Kincaid, still somehow managed to get slammed in the face, rolling him to oblivion. After probably 10 minutes of our ball bombing strategy, we charged into the pit and destroyed what was left of their town. Zach attacked from his weed farm, collecting bricks and throwing them at huts. We didn't even have to do much. It was already destroyed from the ball bombings. By the end of recess, we were all a dirty mess. Both of the grades were pissed off at each other, and Roxenboxen lie in ruins. It never recovered, but its ruins apparently still lie there to this day. The class division continued all the way until we graduated, because I don't think they ever forgot the day we destroyed Roxenboxen.